How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Okay, guys, welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're sent an alert every time we release new content. And most importantly, tell a friend, have them join the conversation. Today, we are talking about Married to Millions, Season 4, Episode 14, Save the Date.
This
Ah,
was a good episode.
I just have one request from you.
Hmm.
Let's save Desiree and Rodney for last.
That's fine.
Please.
To me,
Let's
they
just
were the
save
to
the
me they
best
were
for
the
last.
episode. If we're being
Well,
honest,
between them and Erica and Rick. Yeah.
I mean, Erica and Rick was basically surrounding about like her will he or won't he show up. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not gonna come because he's mad. He thinks you'll give in. So they are to me, they really weren't the episode. It was just Desiree and um Rodney for me. I was like,
Aw.
they just was funny because Desiree's like, I'm looking at Desiree. I'm like, okay, you got the ring. Like, just play this
Wait,
cool, play
wait,
this
wait,
right.
wait. Hold that
I am.
thought. We're gonna save them for the end. Let's start off with, the first boring one. Noni and Reese. She's with
I
her
forgot.
friend and she's going ring shopping.
That's right. I forgot all about the ring shopping. That
But
just
how
tells you
did
how
we
much I
get
pay
this
attention.
this far? But how did we get this far? Like I thought they just moved in together and you're trying to, assimilate to that. Now you're thinking about proposing to him? Girl.
I didn't understand what the rush was. He just moved in. You said that was a chore, and plus his
Mhm.
mother doesn't really care for you. That's neither here nor there.
Mhm.
There's no reason to rush. I
I
mean, there's
know.
no reason. There's no reason. I mean, I'm not understanding like the big hoopla about getting married. Just live together and enjoy each other.
Yeah. I mean, I will give her this though. I thought she picked the perfect ring for him.
Hmm.
And then
He has
on top of
great
that, she
taste.
wants to add diamonds to it. So she wants to get it custom.
Right. She's like, let's
I
get some
like
diamonds.
Noni.
She's like, this needs diamonds. I think this needs diamonds. I hollered. I'm not gonna front. I hollered because I like her a lot because she is such a warm, giving person. Like to me, is just you're a little too normal for this show, but we need her.
Mhm. And Reese, like, he doesn't seem like he cares that she has money. Like,
Oh,
he's not the normal gold digger, if at
mm-mm.
all, which I
Right.
really appreciate. They're kind of two kooky kids hanging out together. Ugh. But that was it. She takes her friend. I don't think the friend is on board with it, but she's
Nope.
determined to do it. And she said if Reese doesn't say yes to her proposal, it will be a deal breaker. You about to be living alone again? Because I don't think he's gonna say yeah.
I mean, I don't think he'll say yes right away. I don't think it'll be more of like, you know what? Let's wait and see. I think he'll be caught off guard because he won't be expecting it, of course. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
think he will be in a rush to get married like she's in a rush to get married. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the next couple is one of your favorites, retired hostess and old coot, Brianna and Bill.
Yes,
And we see
Brianna.
Brianna going to visit her mom. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. Like Brianna was not one of my favorites at the beginning, but she has grown on me because of her maturity, her thought process. She knows what she wants. She's thinking things through. She's getting different people's opinions, and I appreciate that about her. I really, really do.
Yeah, for someone so young, I think she does have an old soul. She has a very mature perspective. She's not one to rush into things. She takes counsel. She actually listens to that counsel and tries to make the best decision to suit her situation and the person that she's dealing with.
She
Um,
impressed. She just impressed me so much. I
mhm.
mean, I could understand exactly where she was coming from and everything she said, and I'm like rooting for her because I want her to get everything she wants because she's really trying to make a life with Bill. That's what she really really wants. Like if you really think about it, I've not seen her ask him for anything material. Everything she's asked for has been, of the
Emotional.
emotional. Now her mama's
Hmm.
asking for the material, and she got a house.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I just, oh, for everything that I've just said positively about Brianna, I just feel like she's going to be replaced and leave without
No.
even a t-shirt that says been there, done
Mm-hmm.
that. I would still appreciate her if she would start going to university or taking some sort of continuing education courses,
Mm-hmm.
open up a business,
Yeah, she needs something
do
of
more with
value.
your time than just visiting family when the day comes. You are like you're blossoming into a wonderful young woman. However, I want to see you do more. Take as much as you can get out of this opportunity to fortify yourself because you will be replaced. And I don't want you to have nothing to fall back on. That's
It's
all
like
I'm saying.
basically what you want, and I agree with you. Like she needs to um build herself.
I need her to build that cushion. I really
Right.
do. She could start like if he's so willing to throw away money,
Mm-hmm.
like, and he's so gung ho about you being a maid, start a cleaning service, girl. Like, do something. Take the lemons and make lemonade. You going and visiting all of your family during the day when you're supposed to be at home cooking a meal for him, or at least pretending to be. Like, I don't see where you're. I just feel like she's 23 now. She has 2 years left before she's replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together, girl. Don't leave with nothing.
Agreed.
That's it. Okay. Then your second favorite couple, Katie and Kevin.
Mm. Mm.
So
He.
we see her calling her friend
Mm-hmm.
and telling her about the fight and that their relationship is her and Kevin's relationship isn't that great. Um she ain't lying.
Mm-mm.
And then Boo Boo decides to take her out for a Valentine's Day dinner with some flowers that he looked like he stole from a hospital parking lot. I don't know. It just looked kind of shady. But she got MVP of the episode for me when he asked her, "What do you want to eat?" And she says, "That depends on who's paying."
Right. That was hilarious.
She learned a lesson.
She did.
And surprisingly, he paid the bill. Damn. What happened? I thought he expected her to pull her own way.
But he said, like, it's Valentine's Day, so I want to do something special. I, I'm gonna be nice and not say nothing else behind that because how can I put this nicely? You doing flowers and candy or dinner and candy, whatever, right? To
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not something special.
Mm-hmm.
Something special would be like a boat ride with a catered, like a nice little yacht ride with catered meal, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Or a private
You,
room in a fancy restaurant overlooking the skyline of Vegas, something.
yeah,
It was
I just,
a half-hearted effort,
yeah,
you know, but she got a job.
yeah, that was cool. I was like, all right, she's doing the thing, and he just did not really congratulate her. Like,
Hmm.
and I understand what he's saying though. Like, you shouldn't get kudos for doing what you should be doing. I understand that, but when she's happy and she's excited, you need to keep her energy up so she can find her own place.
Honestly, that came across to me as when she said, "I got a job," he was like, "Okay, so when you getting out?"
Well, yeah, that too.
But I love her interview though. I have
Right.
a rich boyfriend and they'll come and they'll just buy whatever I tell them to. And he's like, okay, hired.
Right. That was too funny to me.
I was thinking she was dumb. She ain't dumb. She ain't
No.
dumb at all.
Not at all.
And then, of course, she's a hostess at she's a wait. What is she? A
A
hostess or a
cocktail, a
waitress?
cocktail, a cocktail waitress. She said.
A cocktail waitress.
Hmm.
And she's going to her first night of work, and her uniform is quite interesting.
I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Well, if him and his friends ain't gonna be buying whatever she say, I know a lot of other patrons will be.
Hmm.
Good for you, Katie. Bend over a little bit more while you getting dressed so he could see exactly what your uniform entails.
I was just cracking it because he was looking at it like, is this what we're doing?
You wanted her to get a job and you gave her 2
Correct.
weeks. That's the best that she could do in that time frame.
Right.
Okay?
You'll get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you start counting her tips, you'll get over it. Okay, moving along, moving along. They're finally exciting me, thank God. Let's do Erica and Rick. All right,
Mm,
so they are packing to go to Illinois. She has a wedding planner. The wedding plans have been finalized.
mm-hmm.
He gave her an unlimited checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still nervous because her dad. She doesn't know if her dad is on board or not.
Right.
Damn.
And he's not on
And
board. We know that.
but she admits, like she's scared to tell Rick that if her dad isn't on board with them getting married, like it might be a deal breaker. You can't do that.
Nope.
That's not fair to Rick. I mean, look, this is your life. You got one time on this merry-go-round.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad done used up his time. Take advantage of this opportunity, girl. Like
And Rick,
your dad will come around on his deathbed.
yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So they get to Springfield. She's still making final preparations with Amanda, the wedding planner. She's nervous about the weekend. The planner reassures her. The rehearsal dinner is coming up along with the ceremony rehearsal. And he just can't wait for her to be his wife. I'm really beginning to think that he actually likes her. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we get to grandma's backyard for the rehearsal, the ceremony rehearsal. Her mom is there along with her husband, her current husband, and who is not Erica's dad. And she's there. She's like, "Look, I might not like who she's marrying, but she's my daughter. I'm gonna be there for her." I wish the rest of her family, well, basically her dad would have this kind of thought process.
Same.
Everybody got to live their own life, whatever. Um, her brother got special leave from the Navy to come for her wedding. Yay!
I thought that was really cool. I was happy that he was able to make it.
And it turns out that he was there when she first met Rick.
Right. So he's a Rick fan.
Well, you know what? Look, he said she was always into older guys. It's not surprising.
Right.
So I get it. He's on board. It's time to start the rehearsal. Dad is still a no-show. Um, Rick pulls her to the side. They place a call to the dad. His voicemail was kind of strange. It was like, I'm not here for you to take this call. Like, it was
Right.
very, like, he stressed on the point that he wasn't available on that voicemail, which I thought maybe they replaced what the real voicemail was. I'm just
Oh, I
saying.
got you.
Yeah. Um, And she's heartbroken. But you know what? The mother's husband said, her stepdad said, if he doesn't show, I'll walk you down the aisle. Good, let's go. And I think
Exactly.
that's the attitude she has to carry moving forward.
Agreed.
What else happened with them?
but she has, what she really has to understand is that she needs to prepare herself like he's not going to be there. But
Mhm,
she needs to prepare herself for that and understand like this has nothing to do with you. This has everything to do with him, and you
mhm.
can't keep bending your life for him because it's not
And
fair to you.
and you can't keep punishing Rick because of what your dad's
Mm-hmm.
doing. Because that's what if she decides to yank the rug out under, out from under all of this right now at the, last minute, I don't think that's fair to Rick.
It's
Because
not
he's bent over backwards to give you anything that you wanted, even coming to Podunk, Illinois, and getting married in your grandma backyard.
right. He wants you to be happy, and if you really think about it, I feel, and this is gonna sound bad, I feel that he's the only one in the situation who genuinely wants her to be happy because he's the only one who's made any concessions for her to be happy.
That's true. Well, the mother stopped complaining and started supporting her. Is she on board with it? No, but she's letting the girl live her life.
Right, but she's not doing it to because it makes her daughter happy. She's doing it because she doesn't want to. In the back of her mind, she doesn't want her daughter to resent her for not being there. So
Hmm.
it's not purely she's not doing purely for unselfish reasons. While Rick is doing this for unselfish reasons.
Rick, let's just get this straight. Rick wants a little hot thing on his arm for the rest of his days.
Right.
So that's kind of selfish.
I mean, but who wants to go through life with someone who they're not attracted to? So we can't fault her
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
that.
He just wants somebody to dust out that rusty toupee when the evening comes. That's all that is. But I digress. Next. Anything else we missed with Erica and her cooter?
mm, yeah. Mm-mm. We see that her dad just at the end didn't show up,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt bad for her, but at the end of the day, she kind of sort of should have. How can I put this politely? She kind of should have expected this. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have been. This shouldn't have come to her as a shock.
Nope. Because God knows we weren't shocked. All right. So last but not least, we got Rodney and Desiree.
Hmm.
He flies back out to California to meet with Desiree because she's been blowing up his phone about a new wedding venue that she wants him to see.
Hmm.
He is stressed over the conversation that he had with his parents in the last episode regarding the prenup, and he knows that he has to tell Desiree about the prenup.
So Mama
And
said so. Don't
because
forget,
his
Mama
mama
said so.
says so, yep. And he knows that Desiree is not going to take this well. I say rip the band-aid off. Don't
It's
wait.
going. It's going to be easier for you in the long run.
Yeah. And that way she can have her tantrum, and the rest of the days that you're in LA, you could get business done. Mhm. Mhm.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, um, they're at this venue and it's out in Malibu, and the weddings are like $250,000 and up. She wants a zoo at the wedding.
That was funny.
And I told you this earlier. It took me a while to figure out that it was the animals representing their astrological signs.
Hmm.
Like I didn't like why does she want all of that there? It didn't make any sense to me. Um but again, we are reminded that our dear little Desiree has been married twice, so this will be her third wedding.
Right.
So none of her other weddings were extravagant or what she dreamed of. So she wants this to be her dream wedding. Um at the venue, I thought it was very telling that when the planner asked what was their wedding date, he was like, "There is no date."
That was funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And she immediately thinks that his mom has something to do with why, with his attitude.
Mhm.
He tells her that he spoke with his family and they want to know what's the rush. And she thinks that his mom is speaking badly of her.
And that's
Guilty,
the
bitch?
funny. Right. That's funny because she's not speaking poorly of you. She's just letting her husband know, like, hey, this is the situation. This is how we feel, and you may want to watch out for this, which
Mhm.
any mother would do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he does have a business, a well-established business that was there before she was in the picture. So he has to look out for himself, and his mother told him that. It's a business necessity.
Hmm.
Well, that and the fact that the mom doesn't like the girl, Desiree, because she didn't make a very good first impression. I can
Oh,
see that.
totally agree.
Yeah. Um, the next scene, we see Rodney with his assistant, Alyssa. That's her name, right?
I thought
Excuse
it was
me.
for some reason I don't know why I thought her name was Alicia.
Alicia, Alyssa, I don't know. It's something, but we like her. We like her.
She's funny.
She is more than assistant. I feel like she's his business manager.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and he didn't bother to tell Desiree that his business manager is with him on this trip. Excuse me, I do apologize. Um, so they're going over stuff. So he's multitasking. He's like, okay, Desiree wants to talk about wedding planning, BS. But while I'm here, I've got business meetings set up. My business manager is going to help me with all of that. I can do two things at once. Desiree is coming over to the house to talk wedding stuff.
Hmm.
Ugh. He tells Alyssa that he wants her there to stay during his talk with Desiree.
Good
Um,
job. Good job. Good job, Rodney.
He just needs backup, I think, so that he doesn't chicken out of telling her about the prenup situation. That's what I feel. Because
I can go with that.
Alyssa is like very strong-willed. If that, yeah, that's a good way to put it without being insulting.
She's very.
Um,
She has a. She's like so. The thing with her is I like her because she's definitely gonna look out for Rodney's interests
mhm,
and tell the truth. There's nothing wrong there's nothing wrong with that.
mhm. And she also thinks that he needs a prenup.
Hmm.
And I don't think she'll back down from that opinion
No,
based on any emotional plea from Desiree, whereas he might.
I
Um,
agree with you. That's a
mhm,
very good point.
mhm, mhm. So, Desiree comes in and her big old smile kind of drops when she sees the business manager. And she asks a strange question. Like, I wouldn't ask this, but she's like, "Are you staying here with Rodney?" And she's like, Of course not. Why would I?" They're in business together. She's going to expense the trip. She's going to stay
Correct.
in a hotel. She's not going to stay in her boss's home. Like, that's not standard procedure
Not at
unless
all.
you're
And
sleeping with the boss.
I think that's what it is. She kind of feels like maybe old girl is sleeping with the boss, and she's
Mhm.
like, no. But she thinks everyone's sleeping with Rodney though. To be
Everyone might
honest.
be sleeping with Rodney. I don't think she's pinpointed which sex is sleeping with Rodney, but everybody might be sleeping with Rodney.
Hey.
Mm-mm-mm. So Alyssa thinks that Desiree is rude by asking that question, and I agree with her.
Mhm.
And Desiree and Rodney go to the couch. Alyssa's like, "Do you want me to leave?" He's like, "No, you stay and finish what you're doing." And of course, Alyssa is letting her presence be known by going, and Shady Desiree is just like, "You need a cough drop." She needs to
That was
stop being
funny.
so antagonistic to everybody.
Everybody for no reason.
Mhm. Rodney bites the bullet and tells Desiree that he needs a prenup.
That needs to be said.
But I like when she comes up and she's like, the reason why you want a prenup is because you're unfaithful. No,
Right. No.
no. The reason why he needs a prenup is because he's the one with the money.
And he said that too.
No truer words were spoken. And then you bring in the business manager because he's like, I want her opinion on this because she knows my business. And Alicia was just like, okay, well, you're ungrateful because he's been your benefactor and you should be more appreciative. I was like, oh my God, I love
Hey,
this woman.
somebody had to say it though.
I don't understand between Desiree and the girl from the Forgettables. Don and
Danielle.
yes, Danny. Yeah. These two women don't understand what a prenup is.
Right. Agreed.
Why like you said this before, why couldn't she just get an attorney who specializes in prenups, have him send over a copy to your attorney and start negotiating on the terms of the prenup? It doesn't all
Hmm.
have to be one-sided unless you
No.
let it be that way.
Exactly. And that's what she doesn't understand. It doesn't
Well,
have to be one sided at all.
she picks up and walks out in a big huff. And this is where I was Team Rodney all the way. He's like, I'm not going to be constantly chasing after Desiree when she has these tantrums. I got better things to do. And in my mind, that equated to I got more hot boys to see out here in the L of the A.
Allegedly. But I just want to know what's going on with him because everyone keeps asking him, like, is there anything you need to say? Is there anything you need to say? I'm like, well, okay, like, somebody say something. Somebody just put it out there, please, so I can go back about my business.
There has to be a reason why everybody keeps on asking him the same question and why he keeps on not answering it. It's just
Exactly.
weird. And if he
But I do
doesn't say
like him.
what I think he should be saying by the end of this season, I'm going to be really pissed.
But I do like him that he's taking a stance against her because I just feel that she's ungrateful and she's rude. I mean, when someone's paying your bills and you're not even sleeping with them. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well,
He's
you
gonna
were
marry
saying,
you. He's gonna marry
go
you without sampling the goods, and you mad? Okay.
you were saying earlier, right, that she's handling it all wrong. Like, how would you play her hand?
The way I would play it would be is that I would say like, you know what, Rodney. Well, first of all, I wouldn't try to make it be bi-coastal, whether he can afford it or not. I
Mhm.
would just instead of him paying my bill, like, instead of you paying my bills, let's do this. Let's me move in with you. Let's try this out and see how we can cohabitate.
Mhm.
Because her job, I think you said she works for a charity, so I'm sure there's charity she could work for in DC. And I'm sure he knows people who can get her a job. No problem there. So that's that thing. Then you don't make it about like how much money he has, because all she talks about like how much money he has, he can afford this and that. It's not about where he can afford it or not. What you're doing, you're setting yourself up to like a gold digger and ungrateful and selfish all at the same time. What she should have done is like when she finally got proposed to, like, don't plan this big old budget wedding. Stay to like a modest budget. Show him that you're a thoughtful spender. You know, really focus on being a quality person because she's a turn off. She's never said thank you for doing all this for me. I appreciate. She's never said I appreciate you, and
Mhm.
that's something that I would take into account if I were him. And for another situation, the business manager, you walk in, you said, "Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. How was your flight?"
Mhm.
Because you need to win over the people closest to him in his life, and in this case, these are women. So you
Yep.
really need to play nice. in my
Mhm.
opinion. And you pissing off his business manager, that's just going to what that does, in my opinion, with her. That just shows that she will never be a part of his business, which
Mhm.
she could she should be playing that up to her favor, and she's not doing it.
And what mistake did she make with the mom?
Oh, with the mom, she just didn't dress appropriately. Well, first thing, she
Mhm.
didn't dress appropriately at the first meeting, so that's a striking issue. But then what she's supposed to do, like, Rodney, with the prenup, Rodney, I understand where you're coming from. You had these businesses before me. I know I'm not entitled to anything from them. So let's just do this. You drop the prenup. I'll look it over. I'll take it to my lawyer. He'll look it over, or she'll look it over, and then we'll come back to you. You tell him, like, I know you're going to be fair, but this is a contract of sort, and all contracts really should be reviewed by an attorney. So this is nothing against you. I know you'll treat me well, but I have to protect myself as well. So
Mm.
just send it over. I'll take it to my lawyer, and we'll get it back to you within a week. Done.
Mhm.
And that will, because what that does to the mom is like, whoa, she's gonna get it back to you within a week. We misjudged her. We were wrong
Mhm.
about her. We apologize, and we will apologize to her as well.
And welcome her to the family.
Hmm. But now, if
Okay.
she won't be out here acting a fool, being ungrateful. Get out of here.
So Desiree and you too, unforgettable Danny, or rather forgettable Danny. Take note on how you handle prenup negotiations because that's what it is. Negotiations.
Hmm.
In order to get your ultimate to your ultimate destination, sometimes you have to take a few detours.
Yeah, and it's not, you have to understand it's not all about you. It's
Mm-hmm.
not all about what you can get. It's about
Mm-hmm.
what's the best outcome overall.
Mm-hmm. I think the ultimate goal is to gain access. Because once you have access, then you could do what you need to do in order to make that little comfortable landing should the worst case happen.
Yeah, like while you hope, at the end of the day, you hope everything works out. You really do.
Mm-hmm.
But life doesn't tend to work that way sometimes, and you just have to prepare and do the best you can.
Yep.
And that starts with being a good person overall. That starts with being grateful and being appreciative and
Mm-hmm.
being flexible. Like, because to me, she's in that mode of like, this is what I want, this is what I need, blah 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 blah. Well, no, it's not about you though.
Well, honestly, I just do wonder why both of these women are marrying these men because it doesn't seem like if you were really in love, this wouldn't be such a big issue.
Not at all.
It would be an issue, yes, but you wouldn't be so defensive about it. You would roll with the punches.
Exactly. There wouldn't be all this foolishness rolling around.
And I will say I've never been in that position. Probably will never be in my life in that position, but I agree with Jamal. There are better ways to go about handling this.
I just feel that you have to, how can I put this? You have to understand the other person's perspective, because the person
Mhm.
who actually has the money, I think a lot of people want to bring it out to control. I don't really see it about being about control. I see it more being about, well, this is what I had um before you, and what I'm trying to do now is protect what I have, and I'm going to take care of you, but at the end of the day, this is still these are still my businesses.
Yeah,
And
it
what
just
it is,
can't involve the business.
yes, and what it is, they're trying to take this like personally. Like, this is nothing against you as a person. It's not about that. This,
Mhm.
and he said this, and I appreciate it, Rodney. This is business. What's wrong with you?
And let's just face facts. When people are divorcing, they turn into individuals that you do not recognize like when
Hmm.
you first married them. I'm sorry. People change over time.
True.
And a lot of times you hear people who are divorcing saying, I don't even know this person anymore. Well, that's why you have a prenup.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being honest, um, money changes things. Money changes things,
It
so
does. It does.
it shouldn't, but it does. And I just feel when you come in, I'm not gonna say you come into the relationship with nothing. I just feel that when you aren't bringing as much to the table, you should be more flexible,
Mhm. And stop being so gold diggerish.
or at least do it properly.
Oh my god, did we miss anything else from the episode?
No, this was a good episode. Like I said, for me, it's all about Rodney and Desiree.
Mhm. Okay, guys, let us know what you think about this episode and our review. Leave in the comments below. This was Marrying Millions, Season 2, Episode 14. Save the date. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be sent an alert every time we issue new content. And most importantly, tell a friend, have them join the conversation. Give us your thoughts on prenups. We want to know. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.